The ability to communicate effectively is one of the skills most sought after by employers. Students need to be able to articulate their thoughts and ideas for a variety of purposes, such as informing, instructing, persuading, and entertaining. They are being asked to do this in many ways. They need to be able to express themselves orally, in writing, and using nonverbal formats. Communication plays a critical role in the ability to collaborate. Not only do they need to be able to express themselves, students must also be able to listen effectively. With technology making it much easier to connect, much of that collaboration is happening globally. To get a better understanding of how these skills translate into real-world situations, the following video was put together from funding from the National Science Foundation Advanced Technological Education. The people interviewed for this video work in engineering and technology, which typically aren't known for requiring strong communication skills, unlike law or teaching, for example. In order for our students to have success in a changing world, it's important for them to know good communication skills are vital in any field.
Recognize that being brilliant in a subject matter all by itself is just not good enough nowadays.
I would guess 50% of engineering effort is wasted on because of poor communication. To me, it's that inefficient.
We look for the basic programming skills and coding skills, which is needed for all engineers. But I think one of the distinguishing factors that we look for in someone who can really fit in Google is really communication skills and working in a team.
We interview students for opportunities. We certainly find that soft skills are extremely important for a technical position.
So the telltale signs for someone having strong communication skills in an interview, for me at least, is really observing how they tackle even simple problems. I'll give you a classic example. So I give someone a problem saying, here's an algorithm and you need to write the code on the board. 9 out of 10 folks might get the answer right, or they might get it wrong, but you'll find a few of those people actually taking the time out to explicitly state what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. So sort of verbalizing the approach before they start. At that point, they kind of pause and ask for feedback, saying, this is what I'm thinking. Does that make sense? And should I go ahead with it? Here are the pros, here are the cons. These are obvious telltale signs that the person is not just thinking aloud, but really asking for feedback and using that feedback as part of his output.
In a team engineering situation, you have to make sure that people understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how much time you're spending on it, and why.
I know plenty of examples of people who are in important jobs and in interesting jobs, right, that have got there because they're just solid, good communicators.
It's no longer just programming in a dark corner and all by yourself. Interconnected means you're teaming with others, you are interacting with others, you are negotiating to get that deal, you are trying to convince your boss you need that new server.
So you can only imagine with the growth of more social networks and the whole concept of the web being collaborative and sharing and user-generated sort of ideas and information. I see this becoming even more relevant, even more important going forward, especially when geography is no longer a barrier. So the best solution to your problem that you're working on may lie in the heads of a bunch of engineers who are thousands of miles away. So you really are working with a number of different people with different personalities, with different styles, with different communication styles. So there's the dominant personality of someone who kind of leads a discussion. There's the timid person who doesn't voice the opinion but has great ideas. And so learning to adapt to these styles has a huge impact on the outcome of your project.
There's no point in being a brilliant subject matter expert if you're not able to use that and communicate it and understand how it can be used.